10 record-breaking jackpots, millions of dollars we're talking about. But almost none of them got a happy ending. A lawyer who stole $70 million from his own client? It really happened. Number 10 starts in Portland, Oregon, with a man already fighting for his life. Chung Sa-Fan was an immigrant from Laos building an ordinary life in Portland, Oregon. But for 8 years, he'd also been quietly fighting cancer. In April 2024, he bought a Powerball ticket at a Plaid Pantry convenience store, alongside his wife, Duanpen Saifan, and their close friend, Liza Chow. The numbers hit $1.326 billion. It wasn't a fluke that 3 people split it. Chung and Liza had agreed in advance to share anything they won together. But then came a twist almost nobody expected. Oregon does not allow winners to hide. No trust, no shell company, no anonymity, not even for someone battling a life-threatening illness. At the press conference, Chung told reporters the money meant he could finally afford better treatment. He said the win felt like an answered prayer. But then the harder truth set in. Money can buy doctors. It can't buy back the years cancer already took. Next, we head to Illinois, where 2 strangers did something almost no billion-dollar winner manages. They got it right from the very first step. Most lottery winners panic. These 2 didn't. In July 2022, a single ticket bought at a Speedway gas station in Des Plaines, Illinois, matched all 6 numbers for a $1.3 billion Mega Millions jackpot. The jackpot had rolled since mid-April, growing for more than 3 months before anyone finally matched every number. But the winners didn't rush to claim it. They waited. 2 people who had agreed beforehand to split anything they won spent weeks quietly hiring lawyers and financial advisors before ever walking into a lottery office. Illinois lets winners of $250,000 or more keep their name and hometown sealed, a rule built specifically to shield big winners from unwanted attention. So when they finally claimed their $780.5 million lump sum, the public never got a name, a face, or a hometown. No press conference, no interviews, just 2 people who vanished back into ordinary life with $750 million. Lottery officials called them the model example of how to do this right. But then again, doing it right is rare. Up next, a winner whose attempt at secrecy backfired in a courtroom most people never saw coming. Imagine winning $1.348 billion, then suing the mother of your own child to protect the secret. In January 2023, a ticket bought at Hometown Gas and Grill, a convenience store in Lebanon, Maine, hit the 2nd largest Mega Millions jackpot ever recorded. It was the first time a Maine ticket had ever matched all 6 numbers in the game's history. The winner formed a company just for the occasion, Lacoma Island Investments Limited Liability Company, and claimed the $723 million cash option without ever giving the state his name. Maine does not normally allow anonymity, but officials let the limited liability company stand in for him anyway, and the gas station collected a $50,000 bonus for selling the ticket. For months, the winner stayed completely hidden. But then his secrecy started slipping. He had reportedly signed a confidentiality agreement with the mother of his child, promising she would never reveal his identity, his location, or his fortune. He later accused her in federal court of breaking that agreement. The lawsuit itself, ironically, dragged his situation back into headlines. A man who spent a fortune trying to disappear ended up making national news because of it. Next, a South Carolina winner whose anonymity held up perfectly until the man she trusted to protect her fortune turned out to be the one stealing it. She wasn't even planning to buy a ticket that day. A South Carolina woman was on a scenic drive through Greenville when she spotted a sign outside a gas station advertising the jackpot. She pulled in. She bought a Mega Millions ticket. $1.537 billion. The largest Mega Millions jackpot in history, and at the time, the largest single payout to any individual winner in the country. But then she did something most winners don't. She waited 132 of her 180 days to claim it, spending the time researching who she could trust, knowing the entire prize would revert to the participating states if she missed the deadline. South Carolina let her stay anonymous. She picked the lump sum, just under $878 million before taxes. She hired an attorney known across the industry as the lottery lawyer, Jason Kurland. But then it turned out Kurland wasn't protecting her fortune at all. Federal prosecutors later charged him and several associates with siphoning roughly $70 million from her payout, allegedly funneling it through fake investments while living lavishly off her winnings. The man she trusted to shield her from predators turned out to be one himself. She still has never been publicly identified, but her stolen millions made headlines anyway. Next, the night that changed lottery history forever, when one jackpot split 3 ways and turned 3 ordinary households into instant multimillionaires. Before January 2016, no lottery jackpot in American history had ever crossed $1 billion. The previous record was just $656 million. Then, on a single Wednesday night, after roughly 30 consecutive rollovers, Powerball shattered that ceiling completely. $1.586 billion, split 3 ways, against odds of roughly 1 in 292 million for any single ticket. In Tennessee, John and Lisa Robinson bought their ticket at a grocery store in Munford. Lisa worked at a dermatologist's office, and the morning after the drawing, she called her boss to say she wouldn't be in, but to tune into the Today Show instead. In Florida, Maureen Smith and David Kaltschmidt grabbed their ticket at a Publix in Melbourne Beach and waited weeks before stepping forward. In California, Marvin and May Acosta didn't claim their share for 6 months. Each couple walked away with roughly $327 million before taxes. But then their lives diverged completely. The Robinsons went on national television within days, smiling through interviews with millions watching. The Acostas stayed almost completely silent, never giving a single public interview about how they spent it. Tennessee law forced disclosure. California gave them room to disappear. Same jackpot, same 6 numbers, but 3 totally different paths through fame, money, and privacy. Next, a Florida winner who used a corporate name so strange that it became more famous than any human winner could have. Sometimes the smartest move a winner can make is to not exist publicly at all. In August 2023, a ticket sold at a supermarket in Neptune Beach, Florida, matched the numbers for a $1.6 billion Mega Millions jackpot, the largest Mega Millions prize ever won. Florida allows winners to claim through a trust or a limited liability company. So instead of a name, the public got a punchline: Saltine's Earnings, LLC. Nobody knows who's behind it. Not the lottery, not the press, not the curious neighbors of Neptune Beach. The winner took the lump sum, just over $794 million before taxes, and vanished behind a shell company with a name people couldn't stop joking about online. But then the joke became the entire story. A jackpot this massive, and the only thing the world actually learned was a corporate name dreamed up to hide a real one. No interviews, no press conference, just paperwork. Next, a winner who waited nearly 6 months to come forward, from a tiny mountain town most of America had never heard of. For nearly 6 months, nobody knew who'd just become the second biggest lottery winner in American history. In October 2023, a ticket sold at a liquor store in Fraser Park, a mountain town in Kern County with barely 2,000 residents, matched all 6 Powerball numbers: $1.765 billion. It came less than a year after California had already produced the largest jackpot in world history, making it back-to-back billion-dollar wins for the same state. But then, instead of stepping forward right away, the winners stayed quiet through the holidays, through the new year, through months of speculation. When they finally came forward, California lottery officials named a single representative, Theodora Strike, standing in for a larger group. The store that sold the ticket, Midway Market, had been family-owned for 30 years. It earned a $1 million bonus just for ringing up that one purchase. Strike and the rest of the group declined every request for comment. No celebration photos, no statements about plans, just confirmation that the prize had been paid, and silence after that. Next, a Missouri man who summed up his entire reaction to becoming a billionaire in one blunt sentence. Most people imagine winning $1 billion and picture a world tour. This man pictured his couch. In September 2025, after 42 straight drawings without a winner, 2 tickets finally matched the numbers for a $1.787 billion Powerball jackpot, the second largest in U.S. history. One ticket sold at a Quick Trip in St. Louis, Missouri. The other at a convenience store in Fredericksburg, Texas. The Missouri winner came forward, but the lottery kept his name private. He described himself simply as a homebody. He said his plan for the next year was basically doing nothing, just staying home and relaxing, while joking that his wife would probably end up dragging him out of the house anyway. Each winner could choose between an annuity worth $893.5 million or a lump sum of $410.3 million before taxes. But then, true to form, he picked the quiet option, both financially and personally, the lump sum, and walked back into ordinary life almost immediately. No mansion tour, no new car reveal, just a man who wanted his couch back. Next, a jackpot so big it turned an entire small town into a guessing game. On Christmas Eve, a small town of about 27,000 people got a billion-dollar mystery instead of a quiet holiday. A ticket sold at a Murphy USA gas station in Cabot, Arkansas, matched every number for a $1.817 billion Powerball jackpot, the second largest in American history. But then nobody came forward. Not for days. Not for weeks. Arkansas law let the winner hide their identity for up to 3 full years, so locals started speculating about who in their own neighborhood might secretly be a billionaire. Shopkeepers got asked about it daily. Even the local House Speaker said people kept stopping him in stores to ask if he was the winner. Eventually, someone did claim it, choosing the lump sum of $834.9 million before taxes. But the lottery never released a name, a city, or even a hint. The whole town got to keep dreaming a little longer, wondering if their billionaire neighbor was still serving them coffee or ringing up their groceries. Next, the single biggest jackpot ever won by anyone, anywhere, in the history of American lottery, and the chaos that followed every single dollar of it. This is the biggest lottery jackpot any single person has ever won, anywhere, ever. In November 2022, after 40 straight drawings without a winner, a single ticket bought at a gas station in Altadena, California, matched all 6 Powerball numbers, $2.04 billion. The winner was Edwin Castro, a 31-year-old who'd studied architecture before his life changed overnight. He took the lump sum, just under $998 million before taxes, walking away with roughly $628 million after the IRS took its cut. But then the lawsuits started. A man named Jose Rivera sued Castro, claiming the winning ticket had actually been his before it was stolen by a third party and somehow ended up in Castro's hands. The case dragged on for over a year, through accusations, a self-represented plaintiff, missed legal deadlines, and even a stranger online claiming on social media to be the real Edwin Castro. It finally got thrown out for good, with Castro's lawyer pointing to security footage that, in his words, clearly showed Castro buying the ticket. Castro spent his fortune the way the internet expected: multiple mansions, luxury cars, a very public new relationship. But then nature stepped in where the lawsuits left off. A landslide narrowly missed one of his homes. His oceanfront Malibu property was completely destroyed in the 2025 Palisades fire. Months later, after a separate fire tore through his old hometown of Altadena, he bought 15 lots there, the same community where he'd purchased that record-breaking ticket years before. Sued, threatened by a landslide, burned out of 2 different homes, but still the richest lottery winner in American history. If there's one story that proves money can buy almost everything except peace, it's his. 10 jackpots, billions of dollars. But almost every winner faced the same forces: lawsuits, fraud, fame they never asked for, or disasters nobody could have predicted. The size of the prize never protected anyone. What mattered was who had a plan before the cameras showed up.